project. So I just want to say to you that this council has made a decision on that. They have made a decision on that, and we just didn't get around to that time because it's not time. These people, whatever they were going to do would take a long time. Would take a long time for them to do. So the zoning committee did their, and they approved it because they approved for the zoning part of it, which is all right for the zoning part, and that's what they did. And then it comes to council, and council makes their decision. So I can tell you right now that this council is not approving it.
That's illegal. They gotta take a vote. They can't make a decision like that. They gotta take a vote.
We're not.
You can't speak for council. You have to take a vote on that.
Ms. Brown.
You have to take a vote. And when did you make the decision? If you did, it was behind closed doors.
All right, let's move on now for, is it Matt Clark?
Is that smoke? That all
Matt
bullshit?
Clark?
It's bullshit.
And then Brian?
I'm good.
Robert Stalker?
I just want to know, why is the creek pointing now directly upstream towards 13, 14, 12? It's as if it's to save the commercial properties downstream now.
I know the dam was
It's going to be flooding all that square, all those square properties around there to save all the commercial properties.
Mr. Stalker, I know the dam was removed from there, so maybe that could be the reason why the dam was removed.
We get a bad storm, all those homes will be hit.
Well, we hope not, Mr.
We
Stalker.
hope not.
No.
You should make sure not.
Okay, Mr. Stalker.
Okay?
Stalker, that
Well, I don't
project,
know what we can do to stop the rain from coming or the floods from coming. Darby's been flooded. Go ahead, Mark.
They're gonna take a vote on it.
No, why?
Ask them.
the answer was the project,
I gave you
They're
an
gonna
answer,
take a
Mr.
vote on it.
Stalker. It's just that you did not agree with my
It just
answer.
makes me wish the meeting was still here. I bet they are,
I'm
too.
sure they are.
I'm sure they are. Because you have no answers ever.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everything's going to be all up on 13th, 14th, 12th, and Chestnut.
Are you finished, sir? Janelle Frank. All right, we'll come back. Crystal McDaniel. Crystal.
She will not have an answer.
Andrea Doyle.
That would be me. But since you all just said that you're not going to do that,
No, we're not, ma'am.
thank you.
Let's do this. Are we doing this, council? Does council agree?
Yes, we agree.
Thank you.
You gotta take a roll call vote. You have to call for a vote and a motion in order for it to be legal. You're filling these people's heads with a lot of crap and you know
You
it.
cannot speak out
You
like
have to take a vote, Janice.
Please don't speak out, please.
And you gotta state what the motion
If I'm
is.
doing it wrong, then you do what you have to do. Janelle Frame, please.
First of all, has anybody went to like county council and asked them if they'd be interested in maybe turning that building into a first responder training facility? I think it'd be great for young firemen to learn, how to, carry people down 5 flights of steps, police SWAT teams,
I understand.
K-9 units.
It's not our building, Mr. Collins, though, so.
Okay.
I mean, that might be an idea for the owners, and that sounds very good, yes.
Want to purchase it or whatever. Second thing is, I've been in email contact with Representative Stonehill. Okay, and she has a bill in Harrisburg right now. That she says she has the votes to push it through, which would limit a facility such as what they want to put in there to only 5 inmates per 1,000 residents.
We're not putting in Mr. Collins, it's not
Well,
going there.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Charles, is it Dawes?
Downs, that's me. Hi. Charles Downs, 709 Lawrence Avenue. Our concern was about the rehab center that was going to go in there, and being as you're not going to do that, that's fantastic, but will you be taking a vote on that?
No, because it didn't really come up at all. So, it was the zoning board that did it. The zoning board approved the zoning part of it. We never got to that part, so if we don't want it, we don't want it, and that's it.
So it's
It
basically
will not
dead?
happen. Believe me, it will not happen.
Okay, so it's basically
Okay?
dead, it's a dead
That's
issue
it,
then.
yes.
But we were all concerned about our property values, about our insurance
And
rates
I
going up,
understand.
as well as having so many
Criminals.
inmates, criminals, whatever, where people that have problems floating around the neighborhood. We have enough of that already, and, it would have increased the police, our taxes for the police, as well as possibility of people being hurt pretty badly, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great,
Thank you so much,
fantastic.
sir.
I'm glad it's off the board. Thank you.
Burgers, the last name? Khalid, maybe. 319 Poplar. Okay. Kenwood, 11. Joni, 1139. I don't want to call out your address. I don't want nobody creeping up on you.
Hey, well, I got a fist.
Good. Give it to him. Give it to him.
My neighbor wanted to know when the sweeping come around.
Oh, the sweeper's out this week. It is just, for this week, they're giving out warnings. Next week, starting next Monday, they will be ticketed. Okay? Thank you. Miss Natalie here? Dorothy? Yes.
First of all, I want to thank the Darby Police, the ambulance, firemen. I was in an accident, and helped me out. I'm good. And about the building, of course, the buildings might not apply right now, but when they say 400 beds, and I look at that fire for one building, all the fire companies that had to come and support and put out the fire. They never put anything in that building, 400 beds. You're giving enough firemen to fight it. That's what I'm concerned about.
Thank you, Miss Natalie.
Thank you.
It's not gonna happen. Florence, is it Florence Natalie?
Right.
Is
I'd
this
like to thank the council for the good judgment and thinking about the welfare of the citizens of Darby, especially the neighbors that are close by, and not for some material benefit that others may receive.
Thank you so much. Bert? Is it Bert? Oh, no, that's not. Jeffrey? Brandon? Gary Amoroso? Hamilton? Paula Brown? 3 minutes.
Your daughter had longer than 3 minutes.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, you made a statement tonight that council made a decision. I'd like to know the date that you made this decision.
What's the date of the day? 17. We made our decision.
So you met prior to this council meeting in
We
private?
made our, Ms. Brown, we never.
I'm asking a
never
question.
even
Please don't
had-
take up my 3 minutes,
Ms.
please.
Brown. Well,
My
go
next
ahead.
question
Go
is
ahead, then
this.
you talk.
My next question is this. I know you're telling everybody here who really are not familiar with the procedures. But you know, after being on this council as long as you have, Janice, you cannot sit here and say, oh no, we're against it, without taking a formal vote without making a motion, having a second, and taking a roll call vote and stating what your motion is, that what you are against. Nothing has come before you. You just said that. So you can't be against it. The problem lies with the zoning board. The zoning board made a decision to change the zoning to allow a 400-bed facility with criminal offenders there. You're not making any steps to rescind that. So my question is, if you are really against this, are you going to make a motion tonight?
No.
To appeal the decision of the zoning board and stop it legally? Because if you don't,
We are not for it, Ms. Brown.
Mrs. Davis, your attorney just walked in.
I don't care.
Your attorney just
I don't
walked
care.
in.
Your time's up.
No,
Let
my
me say
time's
this
not
to
up.
you.
Mine didn't use 3 minutes up, Janice, and you didn't answer the
need
question.
to say
If you don't make a motion to vote to appeal the
Ms.
zoning
Brown,
board
don't
decision,
tell me how
then
to
what
run
you
my
just
meeting.
told this whole
It's not
audience
gonna happen.
is not true. You can't say that.
It's not gonna
And
happen.
now
It's
you're
gonna be
jeopardizing the borough by allowing that person, that company, to sue you for sitting there stating that you're not going to do this when nothing's before you
Don't
yet.
believe her.
Your next step is to appeal
just like
the
you told
decision.
people on McCain
Your
Boulevard
next
we were
step
tearing
is
our
to
houses
appeal
down
the
for this
decision.
center, which was a lie.
You have to appeal the decision of the zoning board, because now anybody that owns that building can come in there and put a 400-bed
Without the
facility.
board
Oh, yes, they
council.
can.
No,
Oh,
they
yes, they
cannot.
can. You changed the zoning.
Brown, you
Your
know.
zoning board changed the zoning, and you are not appealing that
All
decision.
right. Thank you, Ms. Brown.
You're not appealing it.
Thank you.
Are you going to make a motion
I'm
to
saying
appeal
Thank
it?
you, Ms. Brown.
Then the project still goes on.
No, it does
Yes, it
not.
does.
I agree.
You know it. You know it. You know it. It's done because the election is May 21st.
And
That's why it's done. No, it isn't. I've been coming here since I was 10 years old, Janice.
You haven't been
Yes,
here.
I have. Yes, I have.
Your time's up, Ms. Brown. I just want to say this.
The last 2 meetings.
Sir, have a seat, please. Let me just, sir, you're going to be removed from here. I just want to say this to the residents of Darby. The project will not go on. It will not happen. And it can't happen without a vote of council.
Then appeal the
I don't care
zoning.
what Ms. Brown says. It cannot happen without a vote of council.
Then appeal
But
the zoning.
Let me just say this to you. Let me stand up and say this. We got a supermarket. Ms. Brown was against it. We got a recreation center. Ms. Brown was against it. We tried to put a project up on.
This isn't a
Road.
political
Ms.
speech,
Brown was
Janice.
against it. I'm just letting people
Appeal
know.
the zoning board decision. You don't own property there. You don't live there in that neighborhood, so you don't care. You care until May 21st. After the election, it's going to be a different story, unless you appeal the zoning.
How about the community
Appeal it.
college? That was gonna go there.
How about that?
And you turned that down.
Absolutely not. That's a false lie.
Oh, you
That's a
did.
lie.
You did.
Make a motion to appeal the zoning board decision.
Brown, you're done.
You're still for it then. It's going to go on.
That's your words.
You're not taking a vote on
Your
it.
words. That's your
Appeal the decision.
That's your words.
Well, then put a 400-bed criminal offender facility on your block across the street.
Oh, I will.
You would? Of course you would, because you don't own the house.
I don't own a house, neither do
No,
you.
yes, I do.
Your boyfriend owns it.
Oh, my God.
Gosh, you're
It does when you're a property owner. Sure it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because your property value goes down. You don't know anything about that.
I own property, I'm concerned.
Appeal the decision.
His name is Lawrence.
Appeal the decision.
Who owns it?
All right, who's the next name that's gonna call?
Nobody else.
Appeal the decision.
Let's move on.
Because they're not going to.
Engineers report.
In your packet tonight, the very first item on
That's
there
it.
is
She lies.
relates to the
Don't believe her.
537 plan revision that's being done for the eastern part of the county by Del Toro. And in your packet tonight, there is a sample ordinance, and